Hostile crowd at Colonial Life Arena for Miller. That's how the crowd sounded the first time he touched the ball.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now. Let's talk about this disturbing incident involving Alabama basketball player Brandon Miller.
University of Alabama Athletics and the attorney for basketball player Brandon Miller releasing statements regarding a deadly shooting in January. Both statements address information revealed during a preliminary hearing Tuesday for former UA basketball player Darius Miles and another man, Michael Davis, both facing capital murder charges for that shooting death in January of Jamia Harris. The statement from Miller's attorney reads in part, quote, Mr. Miles brought his legal handgun and left it in the back seat of Brandon's vehicle. Brandon never saw the handgun nor handled it. The University of Alabama Athletics read, based on all the information we have received, Brandon Miller is not considered a suspect in this case, only a cooperative witness.
I've seen the text, I've seen the conversation, I've seen all of the fallout of said conversation. And the idea that this guy is still playing basketball still baffles me. I'll accept the idea that there is nothing criminal they can charge him with. I'll also consider that to be a defect with the law. He knew that he was delivering a handgun to the scene where somebody was saying, hey, I've got issues. It's 1:40 in the morning. Bring me my gun. He knows exactly what's going on in that situation, and he still made the decision to bring that gun there. He could have said no. He could have told his friend, I'm not doing that. I'm your friend. If you've got time to wait for me to bring you a gun, you've got time to get out of that situation. And it's Brandon Miller, it's very unfortunate for him because this taints him. And it makes him look like not only a bad friend, but a bad teammate and a bad person. He brought a handgun to a situation where he knew there was a potential for violence. He should have told his friend no, and he should have moved on with his day. He did not. He made that decision to be involved and play a key part in a murder. Now, you can't tell me that Darius Miles handing a handgun to Michael Davis makes him culpable in the murder of that young mother. And shortly before that, Brandon Miller delivering that handgun to the scene doesn't. It makes absolutely no sense. But the DA has decided that that's not against the law and that they're not going to charge him with anything. Seems odd. There's been some suggestion that this might have something to do with him being an Alabama basketball player. Maybe it does. If this is just some story of three jokers on the street that end up in this situation, maybe we have a very different charging decision. Regardless, he's still out there playing, and it's not going very well. Now, I say it's not going well because he was, they were chanting lock him up at him and all this other stuff, but he still played in the game, scored 41 points, was a deciding factor in the game. People are praising him for being so good under pressure. When he was under pressure before, he made the bad decision, and here he's doing great under pressure. This is crazy that he's still out there. He played a key role in this murder, and he's still on the court. Shouldn't be. There should be a suspension and punishment of some kind, some counseling of some kind or something. Sometimes you have to make that decision as a leader, and Nate Oates has failed in that situation. Ask yourself this question as we wrap up here today. If Brandon Miller sent a tweet out that said that a transgender woman was a man, would people be calling for him to be removed from the basketball team? The answer is yes, they absolutely would, and the university would probably cave to that pressure. But in this situation, it's just a murder. No big deal. He is sure good at basketball, though, right?